Hey everyone, this is Esports Hector, and in today's video, I'll go over a recent article that is going to help esports players when it comes to their health and wellness. Also, we're going to go over easy, actionable steps that you can take that will help you become a healthier gamer, which will also improve that performance. I will put the link to the article in the description box below. When you click on the link, you'll just have to open up the PDF, which will then open up a new tab that will give you the information that you need that I'm talking about within this article. Lastly, if you haven't already done so, please make sure to subscribe and allow notifications so that way you're well aware of when I go and publish new content. And of course, if you could also please like the video, it just allows me to reach out to as many people as I possibly can with my content. So thank you. A recent article was published July of this year that talks about breaking up prolonged sitting with a 6-minute walk. After reading this article, here's something to consider. Prolonged sitting acutely disrupts cerebral blood flow and may reduce oxygen supply to the brain. I wanted to take that info and break it down into something a little bit more digestible, which is one of the reasons that I wanted to start this channel. It means that the disruption of blood flow can cause mental fatigue, impaired cognition, and a reduction of executive function. Now, what I would love for you guys to all do is if you could please comment below as to how you feel when you've been sitting down for multiple hours in your day without any time to get up and move. Speaking from experience, I know the days that I spend mostly on the computer, editing videos or talking, playing games, are the days that I feel like I'm in this haze that I can't get rid of. So now getting back to the article, it mentions that they split up the study into 3 different pieces, where one was a 6-minute walk sandwiched between 60 to 75 minutes of play, 6 minutes of lying down without closing the eyes, again sandwiched between 60 to 75 minutes of play, and lastly 120 to 150 minutes of play with no movement. With the walking group, the players were instructed to walk briskly but in a comfortable manner. I can't assume anything that was said besides that, within the parameters of being comfortable walking, but typically having a conversation during walking is a good way to have an idea of where you're at from a cardio perspective. They used the Borg rating of perceived exertion, or RPE for short, to get an idea of how the player is feeling. Now with the Borg rating, it's on a scale of 6 to 20. When I work with clients, I typically use 1 to 10 just because it's a more simpler way to have them understand what's going on. Now, when it came to the results, the study was able to show that when you walked, you had the fastest time when it came to executive function. Continuous play of 120 to 150 minutes was second fastest when it came to that executive function. Lying down was the slowest in speed when it came to that executive function. Now, quoting the article, 70% of participants perceived that 6 minutes or a 6-minute walk break positively helped gaming performance, where the walk provided a good mental break and also helped build a physically active lifestyle. On the contrary, lying down made the players feel more sleepy and lethargic, which allowed them to, in a negative way, slow them down. Keep in mind, when it comes to gaming at a high level, players can perform 500 actions per minute while focusing at a level of attention that results in significant cognitive stress and high variance of physiological parameters. Fatigue is normal regardless if it is in the esports, traditional, or sports setting, or just compiling Excel spreadsheets. However, the point of this article shows that some activity, even as low as 6 minutes, can help in improving overall function. As an analogy that I like to use, think of your body as a computer. RAM stores data, but keep in mind that if you put the computer on for too long without any breaks, it crams that data, and what it does is it really slows down the overall performance of that computer. Now, taking a break allows the RAM to move vital information to other areas of the computer to allow for a faster speed to process info. I just went over the article, and sometimes reading an article can have a lot of jargon that can be confusing for readers, especially if your background isn't in a particular area of study and that you want to gain more information on. Now, here are a few things that you can do. First off, I'm putting a link to my recent video, so it's going to be right above my head, where we go over some stretches and mobility work in the shoulders and neck. This is a great way not only to be active for a few minutes, but also improve range of motion, which will be very important, more or less, when it comes to these long gaming sessions. The beauty in this is that when it comes to matchmaking cues in games, they vary in time. So just the ability to have a couple minutes to step away, reset the body, will leave you with very little excuse to improve that performance, but also just be healthier. Now, another good way to improve performance, obviously as the article suggests, is to take a walk. To upgrade the experience, you can try to use your senses. Remember, those are sight, smell, hearing, touching, probably not going to be doing too much of that, and taste. I would suggest you don't lick the sidewalk as you're walking. But that's just going to be a hunch of mine. What this does is it allows the body to focus on the moment and not the next move. Speaking from experience, so this is going to be completely anecdotal, not scientific, I found that I've become pretty calm and relaxed after a walk that forced me to take in the moment. What it's also going to do is it's going to allow you to take a step away from what's going on. Another thing you can also do is just take a couple exercises and put it into a small circuit for a period of time. Similar to stretching, it just allows the body to focus on something else for the time being, which can improve how the body feels from a physical and mental perspective. Now, if you have any injuries, please first consult with your physician before beginning a training program of any sort. Then after that, if you want to reach out to me, by all means, please do so. I'm more than willing to help you guys out with whatever questions that you may have. Now, if you could please, again, comment on something that you liked within this video. It'll allow me to understand what your needs are as a community and how I can be best fit to improve that health and performance when it comes to gaming. Follow me on Twitter at esportshector. And again, if you could subscribe, that would be awesome, as well as give this video a like. It just, again, will allow me to reach as many people as I can. And as always, everyone, stay healthy and game on.